This captures all of us. And it starts from the bottom going up. We start from physiological needs: air, food, water, shelter, sleep, clothing, reproduction. These are fundamental for our existence. And you know, every time I drive to town, like today I was driving to town, it's a young man, he lives on the street, and he was actually deep asleep in the street. And I asked myself, this guy, why he's so comfortable to sleep on the street? Why is it that you, Mr. Wainaina, would you not be comfortable sleeping on the street? It's because of one reason. When you don't have food, water, shelter, sleep, clothing, reproduction, you lose something called human dignity, and you no longer care about security. You don't care about security. You can sleep anywhere if you don't have these things. Physiological needs. Then from there, that's when you start thinking about safety, because you have something to protect. And then you want a sense of belonging, self-esteem, and eventually self-actualization. But I'm not here to talk about Maslow's hierarchy. I'm here to talk about a second thing. After you're opening an investment account, I believe each and every individual, family, you must invest with purpose. You must invest with purpose, in reflection with this hierarchy of needs. And the first place you must start is a lifestyle portfolio. A lifestyle portfolio is simply there to help you secure this thing that we're calling physiological needs. And physiological needs, it doesn't matter whether you are Warren Buffett or the person who is living in Kibera. You need to secure these things. We all need to eat, we all need a roof on top of our heads, we all need to be clothed to secure our dignity. And therefore, a lifestyle portfolio is specifically designed to make sure that you delink your dependence on active income to meet your lifestyle needs, which is food, clothing, and shelter, and they are met by your passive income. So let me give an example. If you spend, let's say, 100,000 shillings as a family on a monthly basis, that's what you need to survive. You need to find a way. What size of portfolio would be sufficient to be able to give you 100,000 a month without depending on your business? If your business came to an end today, if your job came to an end today, what size of portfolio would you need to secure food, clothing, and shelter? And lifestyle is what your children have gotten used to. Yeah, the neighborhood that you live in. What will you be able to keep the same lifestyle? And that's very, very critical. So that's step number one. So the lifestyle portfolio is designed to gradually wean you off from active income to passive income as far as these needs are concerned. Okay? 2, a security portfolio. Once you've sorted out your lifestyle portfolio, let's assume your lifestyle portfolio requires you to have, let's say, 10 million shillings. Okay? The number 2 thing is to make sure you ring fence the lifestyle portfolio so that it is not disrupted. What are the key disruptors of your lifestyle portfolio? Number 1 is medical bills. The number 1 cause of family bankruptcies in the US is medical bills. If today you have your 10 million lifestyle portfolio secured and someone very close to you became sick, you would not care. You would spend to the last coin, even go negative. And therefore, you've got to think about ring fencing that. So number 1 thing that we've found out is medical bills. How do you take care of those emergencies? And I have one interesting example. Dr. Chris Kirubi, of course, everybody knows he's been unwell, and thank God he's recovering quite okay. But without the kind of passive income he has, it would have been a very big disruptor of his whatever financial planning that he had. So that's one. Two, 9 out of 10 of all the clients, individual clients that we speak to, they tell us education is their most pressing need. Education is their most pressing need. In fact, we found out that majority of the people, their kids finish school, and I mean university, just when they're about to retire. Just when they're about to retire. And they spend, that's one of the biggest expenditure item in a family, and therefore it drains the family resources, and therefore it takes away the ability of the family to be able to secure that passive income. So your kid is finishing university, and your earning power is just diminishing at that point, just starts going south. And there's so many people, I've had so many people say, we used to pay these school fees for our children. I don't see the money anymore. Yeah, Mr. Oinin, I can see you smiling. It's because your earning power doesn't remain the same. So your earning power comes down just at the same time when kids are finishing school. And all of a sudden, you need them to support you. So education. And another one is home ownership. Remember, I just said shelter. I didn't say home ownership in the lifestyle. Home ownership comes under security. You just want to make sure that your family will live well. But the cost of land today, the cost of building is such a big disruptor because it requires significant sums of money. And therefore, there are so many people, if you look at their portfolio, their total portfolio, their home is the largest asset that they own. And in fact, I'd call it a liability. Okay? So, if the home that you live in is the largest asset that you own, then you find it's very difficult to transition to passive income. So, what you're saying, ring fence your lifestyle portfolio. Now, be very specific now in your next portfolio. Education portfolio, home ownership portfolio. You're very deliberate. Medical emergencies portfolio. And that's what you consider to be a security portfolio. Number 3, you enter into what you call aspirational portfolio. What we found out, once you've achieved lifestyle portfolio and you've achieved the security portfolio, you can safely say that you've achieved financial freedom, and I mean true financial freedom. Those are two words that are thoroughly misused, and in fact, many people don't even know what it means. But our understanding, if you have these two, you're okay. And this, as you're building these two portfolios, those are the times that you tighten your economic belt. And therefore, once you've achieved the two, you enter into another realm, and that is called aspirational portfolio. Aspirational portfolio is you're now revisiting some of the things here. I want to upgrade where I live. I want to move from this side to a more leafy suburb. I want to, Uhuru Kenyatta owns a property, a cottage somewhere, and you buy the cottage next to him. And when they call a neighbors association, you can sit around the same table, and you can tell him, by the way, I need one of the contracts that you are association, right? Yeah, you can own a second home, a holiday home. That's when you start considering this type of asset, and a couple of other things.